What causes that switch to flip? The overdrive, the beast mode, the full-on destroyer that will not stop.
You cannot stop in the middle of the ride and get off. You have to ride it all the way to the end. Don't strap up and sign up and pay the money and get the ticket and think you get to control the ride. Life is a roller coaster ride. Sometimes up, the old folks said, sometimes down, sometimes level to the ground. You know what I'm talking about. In a congregation full of people, there's somebody up right now, and there's somebody down right now, and somebody's going uphill and they're excited and they want to do all kinds of stuff, and somebody's down, flying down with the jaws pinned back on their face saying, oh God, life is terrible. But if you wait long enough, it will switch again. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. Everybody has good days and bad days. That's why I laugh at people who point their finger at you while you suffer, because I understand you're next. Yeah, don't laugh at me. Let me see how well you do when you go through what I'm going through.
You gotta go, man. You just have to go. Never wait on the right time, because the right time ain't ever coming.
Beast mode, it's a lifestyle that becomes your nature. We all know these people who spend the whole year doing nothing, sitting still. And then all of a sudden, for 3 weeks out of the year, they suddenly spring into action and things start moving, results start coming in. And right when you think you might be looking at a different person, they go right back to where they were 3 weeks before and stay there for another year. These are the New Year resolution beach body people. These are the people who want to lose the weight. They talk about losing the weight, buy the gear to lose the weight, get a membership, get into position to lose the weight, but quit because training is at 5:30 in the morning.
Everybody wants to be a millionaire. Everybody wants to be the top of the top until it's time to do what Phenomenal does. I'm not scared that some kid's gonna take my spot. If he does, he's gonna have to do it with sweat. He's gonna have to do it with tears. He's gonna have to do it with blood. He is going to have to get up at 2:30 in the morning. If he can get up every day at 2:30, he deserves to take my spot. Some people are taking your spot and they shouldn't take it, but because you're average, it's easy to take your spot. It's easy. It's easy to take that client before you get to him. It's easy. It's easy to beat you while you average. But let me tell you something. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do.
Right now is a time of year where you can really separate yourself. You can separate yourself from other people, your competition, but you can also separate yourself from where you are, from the standards you've set. You can separate yourself from your current position to a new position in your relationships, your money, your body, your business. If somebody's ahead of you, it's difficult to catch them when they're at full speed. It just is. It's difficult. They're in front of you, they're running full speed, and you're chasing them down. It's difficult to catch at those times. But where you do catch people is during what I call separation seasons. And these are the seasons where some people begin to flinch, they get weak, they take time off, they relax, they get casual about their routine. Maybe they're not as sure about their standards as they once were. And when they do that, they flinch, bam, you blow their doors off because you keep pushing and separate yourself during that time. This isn't just about competing against other people. It's separating yourself from where you currently are, which is what all of you want to do. It's called growing.
You see, beast mode is about the hunt. And if you don't get that, if you don't understand that, then you'll think that you can just turn it on whenever you want. I've got to pass this class. Time to get into beast mode. I've got to get this promotion. Time to get into beast mode. That's not how it works. It's about the hunt. The hunt is what terrifies people. People don't even understand the hunt because it's primal. It's do or die. It's all or nothing. The hunt. Hunting is about practice. It's the practice of patience. It's the refinement of process. It's the lessons of failure. It requires time. It builds experience. It demands resilience, endurance, and collaboration. So when the win happens, it happens fast and frequently.
Why is it you can give someone everything? Support, encouragement, education, money, opportunity. And the people you give the most to sometimes spend their life going in and out of rehab their whole life. And then you see people that life is just kicked in the teeth. People have been through any form of abuse, mental, emotional, physical, any. People that had no opportunity, who somehow developed the one factor that will separate you from all those people that talk a good game and make you one of the few who do. It's called hunger. See, if you look at Sir Richard Branson, he's a good friend of mine, Richard, this guy's as hungry today as when he was 16 years old, starting virgin in a crypt there in England. In his late 60s, he's got the same drive.
The most important conversation is the one you have with yourself. You wake up with it, you walk around with it, you go to bed with it. Eventually, you act on it. Sometimes you act on it good, sometimes bad. You gotta change the internal dialogue. Until you change the internal dialogue in your head, until you callous over the victim's mentality that the world is out to get you because of you are the only, you gotta change that man. And if you keep that mentality, you're gonna stay in the same exact spot that you're in.
You're not gonna drop 42 pounds in one season. That's gonna take some endurance. You're not going to become your best self all by yourself. That's going to take some collaboration. So stop trying to be a beast for a week and realize that it's about a lifestyle. You live it day in and day out. And when you practice that long enough, it becomes your nature.
In life, we really will never exceed what we believe we're worth. We just never will. And so if you can begin to do things you think other people aren't willing to do, or maybe do things the former you weren't willing to do, you begin to believe that the new you deserves things other people won't get, and the new you deserves to get things the former you didn't get either. And so this is why this season is so critical. And I've stacked up maybe 30 straight separation seasons. There's other ones. There's summertime, right? There's times like that. But right now is the big one. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Everyone gets kind of casual. Everyone slows down. And one day turns into 3 days, turns into 4 days. You know, Christmas is a holiday. It's not a holiday. New Year's Eve is a holiday, not a holiday or a holiday week. But people keep taking these holiday weeks and holiday months this time of year. And it's when you get them. It's when you get the former you. It's when this new version of you emerges. And so take advantage of this season. It's the greatest of all seasons. And I can tell you it's one of the reasons why, if I do have some good things going on in my life, is I separated during this time. I separated from the old me and I separated from my competition.
It takes both emotion and logic for you to reach your maximum potential, to really give everything you have and go beyond your limits. So when it doesn't make sense, logical sense to go on, that's when you got to use your emotion. That's when you got to use that anger, that frustration, that fear to push yourself harder, to push yourself to say, I don't stop. So you fight the weak emotions with the power of logic, and you fight the weakness of logic with the power of emotions. And in the balance of those two, that's where you find the strength and the tenacity and the guts to say to yourself, I